we shall meet on that beautiful shore.
Hey, that's a bit special, isn't it? Dolly Parton and Altan in the sweet by and by. From A Woman's Heart, a decade on the Dara label. And Dolly's in the Waterfront tomorrow night. You haven't got a ticket? Well, you won't have a ticket unless you queued up on the very first day because they all cleared out. That's it. I'll be back on Sunday night with the Sunday Club. Bye-bye from me and hello from Snowy. Good morning.
Sorry about that.
Why am I not surprised?
Snowy here.
Good morning, Snowy.
That was Mairead Mooney, wasn't it, out of Alton?
Yes, it was.
Singing with Dolly Parton.
Lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, great.
Beautiful.
Do you know what? Can I tell you something?
Yes.
This year, actually, I was over in America for a while, and I was in New York round about St. Patrick's Day. As a matter of fact, on St. Patrick's Day, and I was talking to Mairead Mooney and Alton and that kind of thing. I hope you don't think I'm name dropping, but she's a good friend of mine. I know her for a long time. And I was saying, where are you playing tonight? This is St. Patrick's Day. And she said, we didn't want to play anywhere kind of very, very Irish because we were fed up with that. So we thought we'd play somewhere different. I said, where are you playing? She said, I'm playing in the BB King's Blues Club in 47th Street.
Yeah.
I said, what? I said, down with the Brothers? And she said, yes. Not the Christian Brothers, John, you understand. The real brothers.
Yes.
And I said, really? And she said, would you like to come along? I said, love to. So she left as we passed at the door, saying, do not let this man in.
Was it a good night?
It was a lovely night, because I'll tell you what happened. I walked in, you see, and all the brothers were all standing around, you know. Hey, man, hey, what's happening?
Who's
all
the
that kind of
honky?
stuff.
Yeah.
Who's the honky? Hey, you go not here. That kind of stuff. And they came out, and the brothers kind of looked at them and said, well, what's this here? And they started to play, and the brothers' feet started to tap.
Yeah.
And the brothers got into it.
And then they beat you up.
Yeah. Then they mugged me.
Yeah.
No, but they loved it. Which just goes to show you.
That's good music. It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter where you
Crosses all barriers. Do you see, if I see one more story or photograph of James Bond, I'm not going to be responsible for what
I heartily agree with you. I'm thoroughly sick of James Bond in this movie.
So fed up. I am so fed up that wild horses wouldn't drag me to that movie.
No, even if you give me a free ticket, I wouldn't go.
Have you got
Well,
any free
I
tickets?
would actually.
Do you have any free tickets?
No, I do not.
No, wild horses wouldn't drag me to that movie.
No.
Whereas I would have gone to it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago if somebody had said there's a Bond movie on, I would have went to it.
Sickened to the heart, I am.
Absolutely sickened. It's terrible the way you have to stay and talk
And this
to me.
woman, Berry, who is she?
She's a well-known disease.
Is she?
Yes, I had her once. Oh, sorry, I had the disease once.
Had you?
Yes, in Changi prison camp in Singapore.
Why were you in a prison camp in Singapore?
Because I was fighting for my country, John, and the Japanese captured me. But I got berry, and I was all right.
When was Northern Ireland at war with Japan?
Northern Ireland was at war in Japan for 3 weeks during 1957.
That was the World Cup.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that.
You invaded Japan.
I invaded Japan on my own unilaterally because I didn't like their food.
All right.
Okay.
Have a nice one.
Have a nice weekend.
What is this, Complaints Day?
I don't know.
Ring in and rear up about James Bond, everybody.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, go on.
Have a nice weekend, John.
Bye-bye, Gerry.
Bye.
Where do you go now? And what do you say when the lights are gone out and your memory's fading? You're too high to notice how far you can fall. Through the loop, underneath, at the end of the road, round the bend, up ahead. Watch your step as you go, 'cause I know where you are. It's a long way How can you tell the good from the bad? Cry when you're happy, laugh when you're sad. It's too late to show you how far you can fall. Through the loop, underneath, at the end of the road, round the bend, up ahead. Watch your step as you go, 'cause I know where you are. It's a long way And how many chances could everyone take when they learn all about their most costly mistakes? And the reasons are clear, but they're hidden away.
Dawn Kenny from Dublin, I think she is, has a song called A Long Way Down. Can't understand why that wasn't a hit. That's from an album called, excuse me, it was released as a single. It's from an album called Through the Loop. Thank you to John Bennett in Belfast. Thank you to Susan McReynolds up here on BBC Radio 4. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 08459 555 678. Excuse me just for a second. What?
You have a call there.
I know that.
Oh,
the number to ring is 08459
You've been touchy this morning.
I've had a little drink last night.
Yes.
Where were you last night, by the way?
I went to see my hometown play football.
Beaten, were they?
Yes.
I can tell by your tone.
Yes.
3-0.
Yeah, we're beat at home. Yeah.
Well, you can't win them all.
No.
I went down to see Chip Taylor and Carrie Rodriguez who were in here yesterday.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Really, really great. And anyone who wants to see them, they're in, where are they? Where's their gigs? Yeah, and they're on the Late Late Show tonight with Pat Kenny.
Yeah.
And then they're doing some gigs down south. Then they're coming back here next Tuesday.
Daniel will appreciate you saying that.
He will, won't he?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm finished with him.
Yeah, no.
That's
yeah.
it. Notice the way I get that little barb in right away. Advertising programs that are on another channel.
Yes.
No, I thought people might be interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you
It's
play
nothing personal
Briar
against
for...
Daniel, except he's a wee puke.
Would you play Briar for Rushing and Eamon Briar singing Leafy Lane?
Very good song. That Briar indeed were one of our prizes.
Yes.
Let me just tell the people that...
What about Catherine? She wants to know the end of a story that you started on Monday.
Chip Taylor, was it the story about you and the stretcher?
No.
We didn't finish that.
No.
So what happened to you anyway? You're on the stretcher.
No,
outside the Coliseum.
talk to Catherine first, because Catherine's catching a bus, I think. And then
Is
we'll
she?
worry about me.
Okay, just let me tell the people that Chip Taylor and Carrie Rodriguez are coming back up here. They'll be here on Tuesday. What date's today, by the way?
22nd.
Is it? Well, they'll be in Auntie Annie's Porterhouse in Dublin Road, Belfast next
You get
Tuesday.
any dough out of this?
No.
You seem very
No,
interested in their career.
I'm interested because they're really
Yeah.
good. And may I say in all honesty, it's very rarely that you
No,
get
because you accused me of that.
No, but you always advertise crap.
Yeah.
You see, you're just doing it for your own personal gain.
Yeah, it sounds as though you're doing the same.
I'm not. No.
It does.
No, let me just say, can I be serious for a moment?
No.
Whenever I really push somebody on this programme,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for personal gain. I'm doing it because I think they're special. You see, you rarely get talent like Chip Taylor and Carrie Rodriguez in a small venue. And they're not doing it for the money, they're doing it for the crowd.
So we had all this yesterday. I
I know, but I'm just telling the people, I have no financial gain here. I'm just saying that they're really, really special.
You're not convincing us.
I know, that's because you don't care. All you care about is the foiled show band.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your hucklebuck shoes. You know, I've gone way beyond that, Sean.
Yeah.
Lining your own pocket.
That's what you're obviously doing.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
They're on Auntie Anne's Porterhouse, Dublin Road in Belfast. Now they're doing this.
You would urge everyone to go and see
Will you
them.
stop interrupting me? And then they're going to be appearing in a special little gig for the Writers Collective in St. Brona's Social Club in Ross Trevor on Wednesday the 27th of September. That's next Tuesday and Wednesday. And
That's
they're on the
about-
Late Late Show tonight.
It's about 10 times we've heard that. What about Catherine?
Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I have a little hangover today.
Have you? Have you got your own, I'd say?
I'm afraid
Sure, there's
so.
thousands like you.
I know, but I don't normally do because I take my responsibility seriously. And I regard my role in here as pivotal
Like
to the
all
success of the peace process.
Like all men.
No, I'm not like all men. All men aren't like me. I'm a visionary.
One and only then.
I wear glasses. Tell me, what can I do for you?
There was a lady in Kilwuggy called Roseanne Heaney, right?
A woman in where?
A lady in Kilwuggy.
Oh, Kilwilkie. I thought you said Milwaukee.
No, Kilwuggy.
Kilwilkie.
Right? She lives in Lurgan, right?
This place I never heard of, yeah.
Right, well, she lives in the wee bungalows just in Lurgan. Her name is Roseanne Heaney, right?
Yes.
And if she hears her name and me asking, don't drop your egg or your toast was on, right?
All right.
So she was listening to you telling the story of nostalgia last Monday
Yes,
about
what?
this girl
Yes.
in the dance hall, right?
Oh, yes.
And you met her outside.
Yes.
And you got talking on, can I walk you home? You with anybody
Yes.
and all this, rigmarole.
Yes.
And all Roseanne heard here, the last wee voice said, did you get the code open? And Roseanne busted into fits of laughing. She never heard the end of the story.
Well-
So for Roseanne's sake, would you tell her and me the end of the story, please? What happened to the girl? Did you walk her home?
I did walk her home, and
And did you get the code open?
I have to tell you the answer is yes.
You did? Oh, that's good. Then so you
But
enjoyed yourself.
I can go no further because that girl may well be listening because that girl was listening. She lives in where she lives, Sean?
Roseanne Heaney, 6 Lurgan Toy.
Not her, though, the one that I
No,
didn't
the one
want.
you were with. But
Yeah.
she wanted to know the
She
story.
lives in America, and she was listening to this program on the internet the other
Was she?
day. Yes,
Oh, very
well,
good.
I get very. The day I was telling that story, I was made aware that she was actually listening now. She's married to an American man, and she
Oh,
could
so
well
you
be
are?
listening today. So she might. Well, I did get her coat open, but that's not. That doesn't mean she's a bad person.
No, but she wanted to know the end of the story, but you couldn't hear for laughing. And Roseanne, if you hear me, don't drop your egg on the floor. You're toast. Enjoy your breakfast.
Well, do you think she dropped her egg then?
I hope so.
Oh, good, yeah.
She
All
probably
right,
sent me a
then.
bill for a box of eggs. Okay, thank
Well,
you.
tell her, I can't tell her any more.
That's okay. That's all I want to know at the end of the
you
story.
wouldn't tell me any more yourself if I asked you.
No, thank you. No.
Absolutely.
No. Okay. Bye.
All right then.
Nice
Bye.
to talk to you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, no, stop slagging them. No, you keep those five-a-side football team tips. No, I don't want them. No, neither does Anderson. No.
I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hope you're tight, so happy together.
If I should call you up in just a time and you say you belong to me and use my mind, imagine how the world would be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, the skies leave me blue for all my life.
Me and you and me, no matter how it goes the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, the skies leave me blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how the toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. And me, no matter how the toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together, 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 so happy together.
Did anyone ever ask you to
Hello?
open your coat? Did anyone ever ask you to open your coat?
No.
Did you not?
No.
Nobody ever asked you to open your coat. I'm just
What
wondering
your
because
girls didn't ask you to open your
no,
coat?
but that's what I'm wondering. Does it ever work the other way around?
No.
The other way you ask a girl to open your coat, and then, but do they ever ask you to open your coat? I mean, it's never happened to me because I never had a coat. But you used to wear coats.
No, but our wee half coats were always open.
You could always put your hand underneath them. Oh dear.
Listen,
We better stop this.
listen. All your Rickety Wheel prizes.
Yes.
All the prizes that we had in here in Radio Foil.
Yes.
They're all on their way now to be delivered to the people who won their prizes.
Okay.
So Banner Business Supplies, Vinnie
Yes.
Boyle's firm, and John, the driver, has just taken them all out of here now, and they're on their way now to be delivered.
Did he collect them today?
Yes, just there now. Just after calling in
why
there.
didn't you ask him to come in and we could have thanked
He
him?
didn't. No, we didn't think. I know it was very bad.
It was very bad of you.
Is John the driver away, Geraldine? Oh, we think John the driver.
Very
is away.
remiss, and you never thought of him coming in here and sitting here, and I would thank him. You just said, no, take those things and away you go, son. Is that what you said? And probably in the back of his mind, he'll probably say, the least they can do is ask me to come into the studio because they're on the air now. After all, I'm going to...
Well, if John's listening, he can turn again, son, and come back.
Yes, John, if you're not too far away, come back here. We want to interview you, and we want to talk to you, and we want to thank you for
There you
your...
are. Right.
What a nice... You've no heart. I've said this before and people think I'm not serious, but by thunder, I'm serious. You have no heart.
It's a very cruel thing to say.
It is a cruel thing to say, but I mean it. I've been thinking about it for some time. You're not like other people, you know.
Paul wants to ask you a question.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, Paul.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, but I'm not myself today. I've got a number of things wrong with me. Too much drink, and the other one is I think I'm getting a cold.
Oh, right.
It's just a combination of things. Anyway, never mind that.
Anyway, a couple of weeks ago you played a track about Billy the Kid.
That's right.
I was wondering who the artist was and what album was it on.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott. Me and Billy the Kid.
Yes,
we
that's the
never
one.
got along.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott. He was a contemporary of Bob Dylan, but he never. Bob Dylan. He was just as good, really, as any of those guys, but he never attained the heights that those other guys did.
And you don't know what album it was on?
I honestly don't know because it was given to me as a kind of a bootleg compilation.
Right. Yep.
A friend of mine takes stuff down from the computer, from the
problem.
internet. But, look through Ramblin' Jack Elliott's catalogue. Are you on the internet at all?
No, but I can get my hands on it, yes.
Do you know what you should do, actually? Amazon.com.
Yes.
Well, if you just type in Ramblin' Jack Elliott,
Yes.
they'll give you a list of all his records, and if you pick them off individually, they'll give you a track list. Amazon.co.uk don't normally do that, but the Americans do give you a list of what the tracks are. You just go through that, you find it, and you've got your album.
Right. Well, one other poser for you.
Yes?
The old Aer Lingus ad, the background music to it was True Colours.
Was it really?
And it was a Celtic version. You don't know who did it?
That's that Cyndi Lauper one.
Yes.
Do you know who also? Miles Davis also recorded that. The Celtic version. No, you've got me on that one.
You haven't seen the ad, obviously, because Aer Lingus is going bad.
I haven't seen the ad. No, I haven't seen
it's
the
an
ad.
old ad now. But it
Sounds a good idea. That an Irish traditional group's doing True Colours.
It was sort of with violin pipes and things like that in the background.
Oh, lovely. I wish I'd heard that. Well, I'll tell you what. One thing is certain. Someone out there will know and they'll ring me and tell me.
Well, I'll keep tuned into you and listen.
You keep listening. I'm sure somebody will tell us before 11 o'clock or indeed before 12.
That'll be lovely.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
All the best, then.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. What?
There's a man with a cordless phone on too.
How do you know he's cordless?
He told me, and he does. The reason I know this because I said when he phoned, I said, "Well, hang you up and I'll ring you back." And he says, "No, I can't take incoming calls." So he's paying for this. This is Paul, who's got a bit of a problem.
Bit of a problem, right enough. Hello, good morning.
Gerry, how's she going?
She's going fine.
Good lad.
How are you?
All right.
I believe you've got a bit of a problem.
Problem is, we are switching on the lights in the Carried Off Shopping Centre tonight with Stephen Nolan. And we're using our Santa Claus that we use with the rickety wheel. Hello?
Yes.
Tonight.
Stephen Nolan is switching on the lights. I was doing nothing tonight. Nobody thought of
Well, do you know what? You still are.
Stephen Nolan bears a remarkable resemblance to Santa Claus.
Yes.
Is that why you picked him?
That's the whole thing. So we have the ladies here who's won the prize on the rickety wheel.
Who's that? Do you know her name offhand, or what did she win?
What's your name?
Oh, she won the 5-foot Santa.
Hold on a wee second.
Is that all of us? She won the 5-foot Santa.
Talk to Gerry.
Hello.
Is that Olive, is it?
Yes, it is indeed.
Wasn't it you that won the 5-foot Santa?
Yes,
Well, did you pick it up yet?
Well, I'm just in the shop now.
Oh,
I'm
great.
from DR Electrics now, this minute.
And you're going in to pick up your Santa?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Well, listen, have you seen it yet?
I have indeed. He's a fine looking man.
Well, what do you think? Are you taller than it is? Or
Pardon?
Are you taller than it is, or are you just about the same size?
A wee bit taller.
You're a wee bit taller?
A wee bit.
Well, has he sung to you yet?
He has, yes.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I'm glad that you got it. Were you happy enough for your prize?
Oh, yes. Anything. I didn't even expect a prize.
I bet you never expected a 5-foot Santa. You came out of the box completely
yes.
by random, you know.
I
Sorry,
know.
my throat's starting to seize up here.
Pardon?
And what are you going to do with your Santa? Where are you going to put? Are you going to put him in your hallway?
Well, I'll put him in the room for a while and see what I'll do with him afterwards.
Put him in the front room?
Yes.
What are you going to do with him the rest of the year? Put him under somebody's bed? You should do that, you know.
Put him up in the roof space.
You're going to put him in the roof space. Watch his batteries don't run down.
Pardon?
Yeah, well, you have to watch his batteries don't run down.
I know, yes.
So what was the shop that supplied... is that the shop that you're in now?
Yes.
And what's it called again?
It's DR Electrics, Unit 4, Carryduff Shopping Centre.
That's right, yes. I didn't have the information in front of me. And are there any more 5-foot Santas there?
Any more what?
Any more 5-foot Santas? Is there any more big Santas?
Any more big Santas? Elvis Presley. Yes, Elvis Presley standing at the front of the door.
Can I hear in the background?
Pardon?
Can I hear in the background? Is that Elvis I hear in the background?
It is, yes.
Well, Olive, congratulations, and I hope you're happy with the prize.
Thank you very much indeed.
And nice to know that you've come to collect it today, and you'll have Santa in your house before the festive season is upon us.
Well, it'll cost some entertainment.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pass me back to the man, if you don't mind.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
So you've got Stephen Nolan coming down to your place?
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What time is he opening? What time is he switching the lights on?
7:30, big switch on is.
All right then. Well, how's your Santa's been going? Okay.
Going well, man. Yeah, going well.
What about Elvis? Is he big or what?
Elvis is 6 foot tall.
How much is a 6-foot Elvis?
He's more for display, but as you know, everything's for sale, boss. You know.
Well, have you got more than one Elvis, or is it just the one you have?
Oh, just the one.
Well, how much would you? If I was down to you and I said, "Listen, I want to buy that 6-foot Elvis," how much would it cost me?
A couple of white fivers, Gerry, and would be easy to talk to.
2 white fivers.
2 white
All right
fivers.
then. And you have a number of small Santas left?
Oh, plenty of them. Yeah, plenty. I'm surprised you're not away in Celebrity Big Brother.
No.
We'd love to get you locked up for 6 weeks, boy.
I couldn't make it. See, I couldn't come to an arrangement with the dough. See, I have to sign every second Monday, and they wouldn't let me out. Here, listen. Thanks again for donating the prize.
No problem.
And it was a good prize, and we like to hear Santa singing every once in a while. Give us a wee blast of him. Can you give us a wee blast of him before you go?
Oh, that'll not be hard to work out now.
All right then. I want to hear Santa. This is what Oliver's going to have to put up with all over Christmas.
Jordy get his friend pan yet, did he?
As far as I know, it's on his way to him, but we haven't... Who's that in the background?
That's Santa Claus. He's ho-ho-hoing here, so he is.
Oh, is this Olive Santa?
Yes, this is Olive Santa.
I want to hear Olive Santa before she takes it under her arm and disappears up the street.
Hold on one. Here we go.
Okay.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down to the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Oh, ho, ho! Go up on the housetop, click, 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 down to the chimney with good Saint Nick. Have a great holiday season.
Thank you, Santa. I think Santa's batteries are running down a bit.
Oh, we'll put new batteries in it for her. Don't you worry about that.
Okay. Right then. Congratulations
boss.
to yourself and Olive. Thank you.
Keep her country. Good luck.
Bye. Bye.
Geordie, there's a query there on one about Geordie's goose. A man wants to know about the goose.
It'll have to wait.
But why?
Because I'm not ready for goose talk.
In the morning, step on board that plane. I'm gonna ride like a cowboy into the Texas state. Gonna hear that Lone Star music, singing sweet and clear. Banjo, steel guitar, ringing in my ear. I'm gonna Houston. Yes, I am. Head out for the Gulf Coast, sparkling in my mind. Pulling to San Antonio, that rose sweet as wine. Burn down to the state line and watch the sun go down. Well, I can see a senorita smile in a Mexican border town. I'm going to Houston. I'm going to Houston. I'm going to Houston. leaving right away. From the west to Texas Highway, and to the east of Texas Hill, I'm racing through the pages, searching for the thrill. It's the Wild West American dream, standing out so clear. Find a silver dollar saloon, a long, tall beer. I'm going to Houston. 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 I'm leaving in the morning. Yeah, I'm getting that plane. Houston, Texas.
That's Tony McLaughlin. That's from his album called Cinerama. That's a song called Houston. That's one of his own songs. Tony, of course, is from Northern Ireland and he's based in Germany, but he's home at the moment. And I was talking to him the other day. I think he was decorating. That's special for him. Also, who's this? Trevor Williams sends me an email and he says, Me and Billy the Kid by Ramblin' Jack Elliott comes from a Ramblin' Jack Elliott album called Friends of Mine. So the guy who was inquiring earlier has no need to log on to Amazon.com. It's from an album called Friends of Mine. Right, we'll be back at approximately 4 minutes past 11 o'clock. I feel like Alan Partridge watching the clock. It's exactly 11 o'clock.
92 to 95 FM.
And 1341 medium wave.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Patricia Wilkinson. Firefighters have begun an 8-day walkout with their union blaming the government for the collapse of talks. The Deputy Prime Minister John Prescott has denied blocking the deal, but he says that signing up to proposals he hasn't seen would have been tantamount to signing a bouncing cheque. Ted George from the Employers, the local government association, says they've been unable to come up with the £80 million necessary to pay for the deal.
It wasn't so much that Gordon Brown wouldn't actually put out his cheque, but I mean, we had made approaches previously to government to identify some transitional funding. Unfortunately, like I said, the implications for our local authorities were so great. Because of that funding gap, we were unable to finalise the deal that we were about to make with the FPU.
The Conservative leader, Ian Duncan Smith, says the way the government's handled the negotiations leaves a lot to be desired.
The government's got to make a decision about what it can afford, and then it has to stick to that, and I'm not going to quibble or cavil about that. Inflationary pay demands cannot be acceptable by any government. I accept that, and there is a massive need for modernisation in the fire service. That is also the key. My problem is there have been conflicting signals since the summer.
The Red Cross in Nigeria says more than 100 people may have died in riots against the staging of the Miss World contest. As Dan Isaacs reports from Nigeria, Muslims went on the rampage in the northern city of Kaduna.
Only now is the full extent of the violence in Kaduna emerging. Red Cross spokesman George Bennett told the BBC that medical teams are working on the ground to administer first aid to the injured, but had identified scores of bodies amid the debris. Mr. Bennett said that 4 hospitals in the city were coping with the hundreds of casualties from rioting that spread through many districts of the city. Following an overnight curfew and a heavy security presence on the streets of Kaduna, an uneasy calm has been restored. Muslims are angered that the beauty pageant is taking place in Nigeria, considering it to be immoral and degrading to women.
A man has been arrested in West Belfast in connection with the rape of a woman a fortnight ago. The victim was walking through waste ground off the Andersonstown Road when she was attacked by 3 men. 2 of them held her down and the third raped her. The British-Irish Council is meeting in New Lanark in Scotland today. The Secretary of State, Paul Murphy, and the Taoiseach, Bertie Ahern, are among those taking part. One of the themes being tackled is the fight against poverty. Our correspondent, Shane Harrison, is there.
Today's is the 4th meeting of the British-Irish Council, a body set up under the terms of the Good Friday Agreement. Leaders present are discussing ways to share information and best practice in the fight against poverty. The Secretary of State, Paul Murphy, is representing Northern Ireland because of the suspension of the devolved institutions. The British government's delegation is headed by Robin Cook, the leader of the Commons, in the absence of the Prime Minister, who is abroad, and of the Deputy Prime Minister, John Prescott, because of his involvement in the fire dispute. The Taoiseach, Bertie Ahern, and the Scottish First Minister, Jack McConnell, are also expected to discuss the joint bid for soccer's Euro 2008 tournament. UEFA will make its decision in Geneva early next month, with the Celtic bid emerging as one of the favourites.
Shane Harrison reporting.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Travel news. From 8 o'clock on Saturday evening, the West Link will be closed between York Street and the Grosvenor Road. The onslaughs from Clifton Street and Divis Street will also be closed. Traffic from the M2 and M3 will be diverted through the city centre. The West Link reopens between these 2 points at 6 o'clock on Monday morning. And on Sunday morning, there will be lane closures on the M2 Countrybound. Prior to Sandy Nose, that's between 6 o'clock and 8:30, and also at Temple Patrick from 9 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Sinead Maguire with the Travel News.
And the weather, bright spells and scattered blustery showers, locally heavy. Temperatures around 11 Celsius. BBC Radio Ulster News.
Thank you. Welcome back. Now's the time for Goose Talk. The number to ring is 08459 555 678, or indeed email gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. We'll be here until 12 o'clock, until the crazies come and start arguing about the name of this city and various other things that we don't care about. I'm fed up with the whole thing. I'm just disgusted. I really am. Fed up with everything.
As I was walking home one evening, I know this takes some believing. I met a group of creatures with the strangest looking features. A poor old dog and a worm in the weed, and a fine old pigeon, yes indeed. A daddy long legs jumped up sprightly and danced to the reel in the flickering light. Oh, round we go, heel to the toe. Then the daddy long legs jumped up sprightly and danced to the reel in the flickering light. On his thin and wispy spindles, he was deft and he was nimble. His eyes were scientific, and his dancing was terrific. And the rats and the worms, they made it in, and the nettles in the corner took it in. Oh God, says I, tonight's the night, we'll dance to the reel in the flickering light. Oh, round we go, heel to the toe. Oh God, says I, tonight's the night, we'll dance to the reel in the flickering light. Then he looked at me directly with a gaze that could dissect me, and he asked me in a whisper, have you got any sisters? Good God Almighty, says I to him, what sort of a man do you think I am? I've only one, she's not your type, she wouldn't dance a reel in the flickering light. Oh, round we go, heel to the toe. I've only one, she's not your type, she wouldn't dance a reel in the flickering light. Says he, does she come from another planet? Has she got a bee in her bonnet? Does she do her daily duties? You never know, we might be suited. And the rats and the worms began to laugh, and some of them started shuffling off. We're going to have some fun tonight, getting ready for the reel in the flickering light. Oh, round we go, heel to the toe. We're going to have some fun tonight, getting ready for the reel in the flickering light. I could see he had no scruples when I looked into his pupils. They were purple or magenta, like a statue during Lent. I said I'd get her right away. Good man, says he, no, don't delay. We're going to have some fun tonight. Then he flipped his legs in the flickering light. Oh, round we go, heel to the toe. We're going to have some fun tonight. Then he flipped his legs in the flickering light. Stepped a red carnation, and they gave her an ovation. She was warm and enchanting as she slowly started dancing. And the bright old pigeon peel twinkled his eye, and the nettles and the weeds began to sigh. Daddy Longlegs said, my oh my, are we ready for the reel and the flickering light? Oh, round we go, heel to the toe. Daddy Longlegs said, my oh my, are we ready for the reel and the flickering light? She was gentle, she was charming, and I heard him call her darling. He was graceful as a whisper, on his delicate legs of silver. And the rats and the worms were still as mice, and the poor old pigeon said, that's nice. A shimmering veil on a lovely bride, they danced to the reel and the flickering light. Around we go, heel to the toe. A shimmering veil on a lovely bride, they danced to the reel and the flickering light. Around we go, heel to the toe. A shimmering veil on a lovely bride, they danced to the reel and the flickering light.
Scene? A rundown rest home for old DJs from the past. The glittering celebrities go there when they're put out to grass. They shamble round in slippers wrapped in a dressing gown. Long ago, these men were stars, the biggest names in town. Now they're all forgotten. Their feeble minds have gone. Who's that mumbling in the corner? It's Mr. Coyle. It's little Sean. Is this derelict really Mr. Coyle, eating soup with shaking hand? And why does he keep mumbling? There's a one for you on man. And who's that lofty figure watching cartoons on TV? Could that drooling person be Bennett, the walking dictionary? He doesn't even know his name. He's just a relic from the past, sitting watching Daffy Duck, striped pyjamas at half-mast. Can that be Jackie Fullerton? My God, he's lost his hair. He runs a comb across his dome. In his eyes, a vacant stare. A stick-like figure then appears. Don't they feed them in these homes? Sadie, Sadie, cries the wretch. My God, it is George Jones. A nurse puts on a record. Old George, he tries to dance. The nurse gently leads old George away to change his little pants. And who's that shrunken figure sitting in the rocking chair? Can that be Gerry Anderson, sitting there with vacant stare? He sits there in a stupor, a legend from the past. His teeth float in a tumbler. His mind is going fast. Last night, at their dinner, Sean Coyle ate lots of beans, and now I hear him crying out, Matron, quick, the screens. Gerry's on his feet now, Zimmer frame in hand. I used to play guitar, he croaked, in a big show band. And look, it's little Hugo, face wrinkled now with age. It's hard to believe he danced and sang on many a show band stage. The nurse says, eat your dinner, come on dear, eat your fill. I'm sick, cried Uncle Hugo. I'm ill. We'll do that one again.
That's good.
The nurse says, eat your dinner. Come on, dear, eat your fill. I'm sick, cries Uncle Hugo. I'm ill. And there's not a piece of jewellery on the wee man from Strabane, just a name tag and a number above the wrinkled, pudgy hand. George stumbles over Jackie. Jackie says, take care. Then runs a comb across his dome, combs the hair that isn't there. Sean Coyle sits there drooling, dead eyes staring at the floor, swings wildly with a puny arm, and weakly calls out, 4! A nurse takes Gerry by the hand to lead him to the loo. Gerry doesn't make it. They're squelching in his shoe. George Jones and me Hugo race on Zimmer frames. Down the floor they toddle just like two little Waynes. I turn away, can't take no more, and curse the BBC. Is this the way to treat a star, a glittering celebrity? I pity these old relics who live there night and day. These men brought so much happiness for very little pay. Now they shamble around like zombies. Once these men were stars, now they're treated just like criminals and watch the world through iron bars. Now they gather for a sing-song. It was draw tears from a stone to hear the shambling relics croak, "You'll never walk alone." As the old piano tinkles, I turn and walk away. Can life hold any more suffering for these stars of yesterday? Then the door bursts open and a figure is dragged in. His old face wrinkled like a prune, his body gaunt and thin. His eyes are wild and staring. His mouth is flecked with foam. "Come here, there's more," cries the figure. "My children put me in a home." I close the door behind me. It's time for me to go. "I was a star," a small voice cries, "a long, long time ago." What about that? If that didn't make your toe tap, time for the old scan. That's Liz Doherty. That's a song called, well, there's two pieces of music called Johnny Sunshine and The Blue Lamp. That's from Donegal fiddler Liz Doherty, who's nothing short of a genius. That's from an album called Queer Imagination. Before that, we had a poem written by John McMenamin of Castlederg called The Old People's Home, which I think is hilarious. He writes some great stuff. People have been asking me to put those on record, you know. I don't know, I'd love to. I'd love to put all John McMenamin stuff on because I think he's really talented. Maybe I don't. Do you think there'll be any money in that?
I think so, but how will I get involved?
Oh, you wouldn't be involved at all if there's any money in it.
Yeah, that's what I
Even
thought.
though you would try to muscle your way in.
Yeah.
Do you think? There's lots of material.
I think you've missed the Christmas market, though. That's the only thing. It'd be nice to be.
I don't
nice to
think
be
it's-
stocking filler.
I don't think in terms of Christmas markets. I think in terms of giving value.
Yes, and making money.
Yes. It's a possibility. Maybe we should go down that road sometime. Maybe
There's a man who's been waiting. We see what's 4 minutes off that there now. 15. What's that there? What's 8? What is it now? 18 minutes after.
18. It's waiting
the
for
man's
14
minutes to talk to you.
All right then,
John.
Okay, I'll talk to John.
Because
now.
you initiated this.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk
And he
to him.
responded to your call.
Okay, right. I'll talk to him. I'm sorry, John.
Yes.
Incidentally, the first song we played after the news, because I know how annoying it is if people don't back reference music, because it annoys me every time people do that on the radio. I'm listening to it, I feel like ripping it out of the wall, or wherever it happens to be. That was the first song we played after the news was Reel in the Flickering Light. That's from Christy Moore, of course, from his album, which is called Ordinary Man, which is nothing short of a work of genius. As I said the same about Liz Doherty, but that's how I feel about these things. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Gerry.
I'm sorry for keeping you so long.
No, I enjoyed listening to you there, I nearly forgot what I was phoning about there,
I'm not surprised. We'll give you all the time you need because...
Yeah, no, she just listened to it on the phone anyway,
That's okay.
I tell you what it was, you were talking yesterday about awarding Geordie's goose.
Yes, Sam.
And it could possibly be dead by now.
Well, we hope it is dead.
Well, I hope it's not.
Because one of the things that happened to us a number of years ago, I had a very sad announcement to make. Geordie had a prize. He gave us a prize. And I was sitting here, and as we were spinning the wheel, the sad news approached us that one of our prizes was dead.
Right.
The goose had died. And Jackie Fullerton had to announce the death. And there was a pall over the studio, I have to understand. But you see, this time... the goose will be dead before it is given to the prize winner. And I don't want to know any details, but Geordie assures me that the goose would have been dead anyway. So we're not responsible for the murder of the goose as such.
Right. Now, what I was listening there yesterday to, you had actually forgot to put it in your rickety wheel.
No, I had hesitated.
Oh, right.
I had hesitated to put it in on the grounds that it was a little ghoulish.
Yes.
But the man rang up and actually, wanted it.
Yes.
And because he was having a bit of a rough time, his health isn't so good, and he was so obviously looking forward to the gander, and he really desperately wanted that gander. So I decided to resurrect the gander, so to speak, even though it's not dead yet.
Right, it's not dead yet.
Well, I don't know. But
well, I tell you what I was phoning in for, Gerry.
Yeah.
If I donated £10...
Yes.
To keep it alive, and get something else for the gentleman.
I mean, see,
you had the gander or the goose actually maybe having a wee look at an odd turkey and saying, God, I wouldn't like to be a turkey. And here, he's going to go for the chap as well. So, know what I'm saying there, Gerry? Like, I'll send in a wee check to children in need if you can manage to keep it alive.
Well, you see, I'm torn between two lovers, really, basically, because it's a sad thing to say that the gander is doomed anyway.
Now, I thought I heard Geordie saying that he could give it to someone who doesn't necessarily have to kill it.
All right, then, if that's the case, we will not kill it.
Yeah.
Mr. Coyle, can I speak to Geordie today to try and clear up this gander matter?
You shall.
If indeed Geordie says to me that the gander need not die, it will not die.
Good.
It will not die.
And I'll send you a wee donation.
Absolutely. You keep listening, because I'm not going to kill any gander needlessly.
Yep, that's grand.
But if Geordie tells me the gander is doomed, and I will probably give it to the man when its demise comes about.
Right.
But if the gander has any chance of surviving to see another summer...
Yes.
I shall facilitate that.
Well, that's grand.
Because you know why?
You're all hurt.
Exactly.
Definitely.
I care. Okay, I appreciate you maybe have saved a gander's life.
I hope I have.
Okay.
Okay, Gerry.
Okay.
Or is it snowy?
It's snowy today.
Snowy today.
Thank
okay.
you. Bye.
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 Won't she?
I don't like that snowy thing.
It's. I believe Mr. Bennett referred to us.
Are you saying to people before they come on here to call him snowy?
No.
Yes, you are.
Right. Well, here's Skippy. Ask Skippy did I mention anything to you, but ask Skippy did I mention snowy to him. Do you remember that? I told you before I never liked Skippy.
You don't like any marsupial.
I don't like.
Hello? Oh, there's another
Did you
line.
see? Did you see David Attenborough the other night?
No, I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you what I'm.
I didn't like it at all.
Why not?
I just didn't like it.
What was wrong with it?
Why are you footering in there?
Because something happened to my ear. Something suddenly.
Yeah.
Suddenly
Well,
you became.
Is Skippy on too?
Suddenly you're only in one ear. Hold on. What's wrong? Have you done something in there?
Is Skippy on too?
I don't know.
Is your headphone disconnected?
No, I think my head is disconnected. I don't know. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine, except I can only hear in one ear.
I wonder if you could help me.
Yes.
I have a lot of bikes.
A lot of what?
Bicycles.
Bicycles, yes.
Ladies, they're second-hand bikes.
Yes.
They're ladies, gents, and kids' bikes. If you ever know somebody who would take them to a foreign country for me, I would give them to them.
Really? How many have you got?
About 19.
Really?
About 19 bikes.
Well, there's many a man out there pricking up his ears now, because I know there are containers going out here and lorries on a fairly regular basis to places like Romania, and I'm sure an odd bike wouldn't go amiss.
Well, I would like to give them to them.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you.
If you could help me.
Yeah, where did you get these bicycles? I mean, I'm not being nosy or anything, but how did you come across them?
I get them in the bin yards.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you fix them up?
I fix them up and get them all ready again, you know.
Do you?
Yeah, past time, like, you know.
You find them maybe with a wheel missing or something like that?
Oh, I have plenty of parts of them too, so I have, you know.
And you do that as a hobby?
A hobby, just, you know.
And they're safe enough. I mean, they're okay, aren't they?
They're okay. The bikes are first class.
Oh, that's great.
You know, I'd like to give them to a foreign country too. If you know anybody can have me.
Oh, I'd say you'll have no trouble at all. So tell me a bit about yourself. Where do you live? And
I live. Do you know the Cliftonville Road?
I do indeed. Yes.
Brookfield beside the waterworks.
All right.
That's where I live.
I'll tell you what. You leave your number. Unless you want to give your number now. No, you don't want to give your number. No. You leave your number with the people inside.
Yes.
And I'll ask if anyone out there can use your bikes, and I'm sure they'll come and collect them if that is the case. I mean, make sure it's somebody genuine.
Well, I hope so, Jerry, you know.
Don't worry, we're not going to mess about. We're not going to, no messes.
You know. See, I ask different people, and they say they don't know somebody to take them for me. But nobody turned up yet.
Oh, well,
that's nearly 3 weeks ago I've asked people.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, we don't know what the situation is there, but all I can do is I can ask anyone out there if they're interested in a number of bikes to go out to wherever, Romania or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So
Jerry.
hopefully, if we get a reply, or when we get a reply, we'll let you know.
Okay, Jerry. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Isn't that a nice thing to do? The man goes out to the scrapyards and gets the bikes and fixes them up and offers them to charity.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd never think of doing something like that. Of course, there's no money in that.
No, I'm no good with my hands. I can't fix things.
I know.
I'm useless.
I know.
I just look at things. There's a lady on
what?
There's a lady waiting and waiting and waiting.
What?
What? People waiting and waiting and waiting.
There's something wrong with the machinery here. There's something very weird happening.
Jones on 1.
On 1?
That's all I know.
That's all you know. Okay. Hello, Joan.
Well, this is Joan on 1. Jerry, I'm nearly going to be like you. I've got a croaky throat. Hopefully yours doesn't develop as bad as mine. Anyway, the best thing to do is take plenty of hot drinks to avoid it. But I want to be in early to give you my greetings via Frank Mitchell.
Merry Christmas.
Do you remember that?
I do. I heard that before.
Wait till you hear again.
Merry Christmas.
Is your money still in Frank Mitchell?
I remember thinking it was Frank Mitchell, and right away when you played it there, Frank Mitchell was the first word that came to me.
Uh-huh.
But there's something about the inflection at the end of his voice that makes me think it's not Frank Mitchell.
No, I don't. I doubt it very much.
It's very close, but try it again, please.
Right.
Just, I want the listeners to listen.
Merry Christmas.
It's very close indeed. It's very close indeed.
Merry Christmas.
Are you satisfied?
I'm satisfied that it's not Frank Mitchell, even though it initially sounds like it is him.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's my greatness here again.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
Congratulations on the programme last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it. On the yachting.
Did you like that?
Compared with the previous weeks, yawn was disgusting. Well, in my estimation, anyway, it's disgusting, that bodybuilding stuff. It doesn't appeal to me at all.
Oh, it's not disgusting at all.
Oh, Jerry, how could you say that women look pretty with muscles like that, developed that way?
You don't
but
know.
Everybody has their own ideas of beauty.
Yeah, see, you don't know what I like.
Oh, look, I can tell by the look on your face. I'm sitting here, tore out of the paper there, pass it on to Cassie Murray. A photograph of you taken in the Belfast Telegraph.
Oh dear.
And have you seen it of yourself?
I'm not. Well, today.
Gerry,
Is it?
no, it was on the 13th of November.
Oh, I never look at the papers. No.
Gerry squares up to the big issues and the look that you have in your eyes.
Evil, is it? Evil.
Oh, evil, exactly. I'm glad you're aware of it.
Oh, I know I have an evil look, yeah.
Yes, when you're looking at certain things. But anyway, but last night really was fantastic. The camera work and the scenery. Isn't Ireland a beautiful country?
Did you ever see anything like that? It was like a fairyland, wasn't it?
Exactly. Do you know which one I thought was amazing? All the yachts were out in the bay and they were outlined against the sky and the camera moved away from them. You got the whole view.
In the green hills.
Absolutely unbelievable. You couldn't ask for anything more beautiful.
That's County Cork, hard to beat down there.
Oh yes, I mean I don't know it that well. It was years and years ago. We went to Youghal for a holiday.
That's where you were, yeah.
Yeah, and but I mean Ireland, any part of Ireland is beautiful.
Oh, any part at all. I mean, you just look around you, particularly Donegal, Glens of Antrim, Enniskillen, Fermanagh, Lakes, Cork, Killarney, anywhere at all. It's just amazing. So
but you look too as if you were enjoying yourself there too. The previous week you had a different interest. I'll leave that. I won't go any further. But last night you really looked as if you were taking part, and at times you looked a wee bit tensed up. But nevertheless, you looked as if you would do it again.
I would. It's a little frightening that, sometimes.
It did look frightening.
You don't get the impression, especially when you realise I wasn't wearing a life jacket.
Oh, well, there's plenty of good swimmers around to save you. I'm sure they were keeping a close eye on you anyway. But
once you go off the side of one of those buggers, it's good night if you've no life jacket on. I mean, who's going to get you? By the time they get it around, I'd be gone.
Well, why did you not?
Because I didn't realise. I was scared.
Why did one of the yachtsmen not remind you that you should have had one?
No, because those guys are very kind of... No, well, the first time I went out, I didn't think of a life belt. And then that was the hairiest day we were ever out.
Yeah.
And then I said to myself, I'm not doing that again. So the next few times we went out, I wore a life jacket, but it was never as hairy as the first time when I hadn't got the life jacket on.
But you were unaware of it at the time?
I was unaware of it. There was one particular part I was hanging on to a rail.
Yeah.
And that was always between me and death.
Well, don't think too much about that. Think of the pleasure you got out when you had the life jacket on, and it was really amazing. I congratulate you and all the crew who made it. It was amazing. I thought the camera work was fantastic.
Yeah, it was first class, actually.
It was really amazing. Well, what's your next big project?
The next one next week is about dogs.
About dogs?
That's my favourite one, to be honest with you.
Oh.
It's we went to Crufts with a number of people from Northern Ireland who were showing their dogs. I really enjoyed that.
Well, funny enough, I had a fear of dogs, but overcame it when we got a dog of our own. But the dog died about 5. In fact, I have a tape of you and the dog. I was talking to you at the time, and the dog in the background was barking away. And you came out with a mouthful. I won't say repeat what you said, but anyway, when that dog died, we couldn't go through losing another dog again. So I haven't had a dog since.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you
like
become so attached to them that it's hard when you lose them.
Yes,
so I'm looking forward to that then.
It really is like losing a member of your family. A lot of people don't realise that. It really is.
Oh, it is, yes.
Really is the same thing.
I remember bringing it up to the vet in Coleraine, and she took it away, and the poor Pip looked back at me with a big face. And I said to the lady, I said, do you mind if I sit down here by myself for a minute or two? And I burst out crying, and I come outside, and I met a student, and I said, you don't think me silly, but would you hold my hand for a minute or two? Yeah. I said, I felt so really heartbroken. No one, the vet said she would try to operate, but it wasn't naturally. She knew it wasn't going to be a success, but she tried anyway. But we missed the company, but now I wouldn't go through it all again.
No, the wee thing looking back at you.
Yeah, it's the big eyes, and so pitiful, and I knew instinctively it wasn't going to come back because it had some bad kidney complaint. Anyway, Gerry, thanks again, and I'll give you this for the last time. Oh, hold on.
You see, that's
Merry Christmas.
Goodbye, Frank.
Cheerio, Gerry, and thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
See how the British people. Oh, untie me again.
Service of the military. Dubious to the vices of my business and badness of design.
What? Is he dead?
Sit you down, father. Rest you.
Sit you down, father. Rest you. That's John Lennon. That's a song called I Am the Walrus. That's the Beatles, of course, but that's a particularly different mix. That's from an album. It's not the one that's on the, whatever it's on, I said before, it was on the Sgt. Pepper album, but it's not. That's not the version that was released, but I think it's much more interesting for a lot of reasons. It's more simpler. That's from an album called Men and Horses, Hoops and Garters. It's all different mixes of various Beatles songs, anyone who's interested in that, but I think that's the best thing they ever did. What?
You're making men hold on very long this morning.
Hello, good morning. You know they won't answer me when I come to them. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Gerry.
Sorry for keeping you so long.
You're okay. When you realise the nature of my inquiry, you'll realise why I don't want to hold on too long.
Okay.
I think it could be a health and safety warning that I'm about to issue here. I'm not sure, and I need a showbiz star like yourself to answer the question.
Yes, I am a showbiz star, yes.
Yes, I appreciate that. That's why I'm phoning you.
Good.
Gerry, Dolly Parton's in town.
Yes.
And I managed to secure a couple of tickets.
I hope to see them very soon.
Well, this is what I'm ringing about, Gerry.
Yes.
I couldn't get to the waterfront. Sold out within minutes.
Uh-huh.
So I got on to the internet and the Point Theatre in Dublin.
Yes.
And the tickets have arrived. And you know what it says on the ticket?
What does it say?
An evening with Dolly Parton. No support.
Well, I should hope not.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. I hesitate to say. I think it's a little wry joke. But it also means that there's no relief band on.
Oh, is that what it means?
It means that she'll be there by herself.
That's what no support means. There's no band on
That's
beforehand.
what it means. But it's a little
Right.
It's a little wry joke on
But
the
you see,
part.
I had a colleague by the name of Martin Shields who told me that it had health and safety implications and to wear a hard hat.
I see, he has a dirty mind.
That's what I
You
thought.
can tell. You see, anyone who look at that with a reasonably contemporary mind would realise that they say there's nobody on before. They would make no connections in that respect. Obviously, this man that you're talking about is a gnarled and twisted and a moral person.
That's true, he is.
So when are you going down to see Dolly?
Next Friday, 29th.
Are you a big fan, are you?
Well, big enough, yeah.
She's very good, actually. She's,
she's
a
excellent.
great singer. A lot of people don't realise.
I see your rival has her for an hour tonight.
I think you maybe should rephrase that.
Well, Gerry Kelly has a show with her tonight for an hour.
Indeed, yes. There's a lot of things to watch tonight.
It is.
Look, we have Daniel to watch. And we have my friends were in here yesterday on the Late Late Show, and then we have Dolly Parton on Kelly. My God, we'll be flipping back and forward. Sorry, flipping back and forward. We'll be zapping to and fro.
Well, has she support in the waterfront?
I really don't know. It doesn't say. Maybe Mr. Coyle would know. Does Dolly Parton have support in the waterfront? Have we heard anything in the grapevine?
No, not that I know.
Maybe there's no support. See, she doesn't need support. She stands on her own, if I may use the expression. Right. Well, I hope you enjoy your concert.
And no special precautions, that's the main thing.
Well, no, there's no need for that. No. Okay.
That's it. Thanks very much, Gerry.
Bye.
There's something you need to clear up.
Yes?
On one. You made a mistake.
Hello, good morning. I believe I made a mistake. Who's this?
How are you, Gerry? It's Bill Russell from Canadian Red.
Hello, Bill.
If you remember, Gerry, I was on with you last Thursday.
You're the tub man.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just that somebody had told me that there was somebody on the radio trying to find out about the hot tub guy.
Yes.
And the guy rang up. And anyway, yesterday I was trying to get through. And for some unknown reason, whenever you were talking about it, it came out as a hot tub company in Oma. And I just wanted to say that it wasn't them, it was Canadian Red in Belfast.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just to clear up any sort of...
that's right.
query
Yeah,
that people might have.
that's not the same product, is it?
No, we sell a product called Soft Tub, which is an original Canadian hot tub. And
yes.
we managed to get a good time on the BBC. It was really good. And we had some really strange... We had a guy who rang up from Newry who'd listened to the show the day before and wanted to bid in it. And a man that drove all the way down from Lisburn with his wife and child, they wanted to sort of have a go at it as well. So it was very good from our point of view. And we're just trying to get the final figure, but we think we got £2,000 for it.
Oh, excellent.
So, it was good from that point of view, and I'll go straight through the Children in Need once we get all the details. Hoping to get it delivered out sometime within the next 2 weeks, and it did us a bit of good, but we just wanted to clear up and make sure that people knew it was Canadian Red and not the...
This particular tub?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the tub that was on the TV and the money that's going out to Children in Need. It's just that, it's kind of interesting. People seem to be talking about them, and...
Tub talk.
Yeah, tub talk. You do a lot of that when you get into one and a few beers in your hand.
All right, then. Okay, well, thanks for clearing that up.
No problem, Jerry. Appreciate the time.
We had a little controversy the other day. Mr. Coyle was curious as to what a tub is.
It wasn't controversy. It's just I asked you.
It's controversy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you told me that you knew what it was, and then when I pressed you hard, you didn't.
Well, I lied, of course.
Yes, of course.
Well, there is a difference.
Tell us what it is.
Well, the difference is that there are a couple of products. You've heard of the product called jacuzzi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, jacuzzi is really a trade name, and a lot of baths that have sort of blow air bubbles and things like that. They call themselves jacuzzi. And then we have spas, and spas are made of like a hard acrylic shell, and they've probably got loads and loads of jets, and you sort of sit in them, and you get buffeted and pummeled until you sort of get into a state of relaxation or exhaustion.
Or whatever.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Hot tubs, really by definition, a hot tub is circular, and it's a sort of 2 feet to 2.5 feet of water with usually between sort of 5 and 8 jets, and it's really a social tub. It's for people to sit down with friends, enjoy, relax, rather than go for just being pummeled to exhaustion. It's really chill out, have a few drinks.
And it's better to keep your togs on.
Yeah, well...
But I told you that, didn't I?
Yeah. Totally.
Why did you not believe me?
Personal preference.
Yeah. Well, I would like to share one of those with you. Why did
that would be interesting.
No, I'm talking about Mr. Anderson here. Yeah. why did you buy one for the firm here?
I'm not getting into a tub with you.
We'd obviously give you a discounted price, Terry.
There you are.
Well, thank you very much, but I'm not getting into any tub with you. I know where you've been.
Well, we could sit and we could discuss the programme. We could
take
have a
notes,
glass of wine. We could,
get a few models now.
Chill out, as the man said, and you're a hot tub. Why didn't you buy one?
No, thanks. No, I would like a hot tub, but you're not coming near it. I would like a hot tub, actually.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry, we'll talk to you. We'll sort of...
all right, I know we
have a
know
chat
who
with
you are, yeah. All right, then, well, thank you very much indeed.
A better patronage we couldn't ask for.
Okay.
Thanks. Cheers,
Thank
Jerry.
you very much indeed.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Now, there's a
See,
man...
you'd be touching my knee and everything.
I wouldn't touch your knee.
Do you know the way?
I would sit on the other side.
I would supposing our knees touched, you'd be very embarrassed. So what would I do then? I have to move away.
There's a man on...
You need to be careful about that stuff. People might see us. What? Hello? There's a man there. Hello, where's the man? He's not there. He's not there, I said.
There's a man on 2.
Oh, sorry. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Sorry, wait. I couldn't locate you.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, good morning.
I was surprised that it was that previous caller was the first call that you got about your programme on Wednesday night.
Oh, no, we got a lot of them, actually, but we don't like putting them through.
Why do you not put them... What, are you so sort of humble?
No, it's George Jones would put them all through, and Hugo would, but I don't like doing that.
Well, I think, that...
There's Hugo now, yeah.
Credit should be given for credit is due, and I thought it was one of the best shows that I have seen for a long while.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I don't know, actually, how you managed to look so confident when I don't think you really were that confident the first time you were on the yacht.
I was terrified.
Oh, it's just something that I thought was wrong.
Yes.
Actually, you didn't wear a life belt initially.
Exactly.
Which I thought possibly was not a great...
Oh, I realise that now, because that was the hairiest day we had.
Well, that's what I thought. But you had one on in the rest of the programme.
Yeah, I had one on when there was no wind.
That's right.
No, the first time we went out, it was my own fault, actually. Can't blame anybody else. I never bothered.
But none of did any of the rest of the crew have any?
I actually can't remember, to be honest.
I don't think so.
I thought somebody offered me one now.
Uh-huh.
And I said, no, I couldn't be bothered with that.
It's just
Sam, I spotted something too. I don't know whether you noticed it or not. Right. But now that you're bringing this up about the Mae West,
mm-hmm.
Well, there was a time when you could see Gerry walking down this pier or prom, whatever, and he was chatting to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went away to another shot, and then it came back to Gerry, and he was wearing a different coloured T-shirt.
Yes. That's right.
Can you explain that, Mr. Anderson?
Well, I took the opportunity when the camera went away to dye my T-shirt.
Well, I tell you what I really thought was lovely. That lovely pink shirt that you had on at the end of the programme, I thought suited you very well.
I thought that was me, yes. A lot of people mentioned that to me.
Is that right?
Yes, indeed. Well, listen, thank you very much for your comments.
No, well, I thought it was a very good mix of on the boat and off the boat, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And that man Coyle gives you a terrible time. And so I thought actually it was time you had a few bouquets and no brick
Thank
bats.
you. I get no credit at all.
Do you know what I couldn't understand, Sam?
Why I wasn't drowned?
No, we were getting a lot of interference on our television at home.
Were you watching it through on digital?
No, every so often you would hear beep 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 beep. A lot of beeps.
Yes, yeah, you're so smart, aren't
Yes.
you? You're so smart.
Yes.
Do you think that was actually the old ticker?
I don't know what was. I don't know why there was a lot of beeps.
I know those beeps concealed. And it's just as well they were there, I have to tell you. Don't forget to watch the one about dogs next week.
Is it dogs next week?
Dogs next
Where
week.
at?
Going to Crufts.
Crufts?
Yeah, with people from
Oh, I
all
have to
around.
watch that. We're very, very fond of dogs.
That's my favourite one, actually.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Nick.
Jerry.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Am
Bye,
I
Sean.
featuring in that? Bye, Sam. Am I in that one?
Are you a dog? Are you?
Well, you refer to me from time to time as dog's
Are you a dog
breath.
or are you not?
No.
That's why you're not in it.
There's a man.
I don't care.
You're not talking to men this morning.
I got a hangover.
In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size.
In a smoky bar, in the back seat of your car, in your own little house, someone's sure to find you out.
What you do and what you think, what you eat and what you drink. If you smoke a cigarette, they'll be talking about your breath. In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. Oh, I had a fight with my girlfriend last night. Before the moon went down, it was all over town.
Oh, he made me cry. Oh, I said goodbye. If it's true or not, doesn't seem to count a lot.
In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size. In a town this size.
I love that record. That's John Prine and our own Dolores Keane. That's from an album called In Spite of Ourselves. That's called A Town This Size. And that's on Oh Boy Records, OBR-019. That's all I can say. Is that someone still on the phone?
Yes, look how fresh I am this morning. Look how I'm in control. I'm happy. I'm great. You're just a wet rag this morning.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning. There's nobody there now.
There's a man on 2.
Hello, good morning.
Or 1.
Hello?
Right.
There's nobody anywhere.
There's Patrick's on 1.
Patrick?
Yeah.
Sorry, Patrick, I didn't disturb you.
Gerry, you're under pressure today, aren't you?
I am under extreme pressure. Patrick, sorry. What seems to be the trouble with you?
No trouble at all whatsoever. Just a query for you, a couple of things.
Yes.
Number one, remember the guy that came in with the item he was looking for a muzzle for a dog?
Yes.
That was last Friday, the same, and he came round that next day and got the muzzle and it was just
I remember you now. Yes, I know who you are now, Patrick. Sorry, we've talked to you on a number of times before and you sang for us.
That's right.
And you were looking for a muzzle for your dog.
Yeah. No, this guy was from Kilkeel, and I had one of them in the house. He came round and picked it up and took it away him.
And you had a big muzzle?
Yep. The one for the Alsatian.
That's right, yeah, and that was big
And the
enough.
dog was biting its tail all the time, and this was to stop. Now, I haven't heard from him since. If he's listening, then I hope he'll give me a ring.
Uh-huh.
Let me see how he gets on. It just goes to show you, that muzzle lay in the box that I have for the dogs in my home for the last 2 years, and I've even looked at it. So it's a little wind blowing, it doesn't do somebody good.
There's many a person got things lying in their boxes and their attics that other people want desperately.
Yep.
This is one of the reasons why I'm here.
And that's why you do such a good job. And you get people coming in there with the odd bits and pieces that nobody would even think about, and you get them in place and get them up and organised.
I mean, who in the right mind would imagine that a muzzle for an Alsatian would be desperately required for a man with a Labrador?
That's right.
Who in the right mind would think of that? Who in the right mind would think of the 3-pronged thing that's sticking up in the balcony or whatever, is desperately sought by a man in Kilcock or somewhere? Anyway, never mind that. How are you today?
So what happened now?
What happens now is that we indulge in a little idle conversation and then...
All right, then the first thing, number one, what and how did the children need thing go?
The children need thing went extremely well. It was a little hectic, I have to be honest with you. There was up to 10,000 kids and their average age was about 11.
Well, the programme you done with your colleague
John Bennett.
John Bennett, I like that.
Yeah, that was earlier on in the morning.
That was good. I watched all of that from beginning to end.
He's very bossy.
He likes to boss you around, doesn't he?
I can't take him.
But I think you just let him boss you around, it pleases him.
No, I went to the cafe and had a cup of tea for half an hour and let him carry on. You see, he doesn't realise, what these people don't realise, that if he takes control and he does all the programme...
Yeah, he gets all the medals in.
No, he doesn't want me in it.
No, that's right.
The fact is that when he's doing...
I'd have you, if I was in charge of the programme, I'd have you up front all the time.
No, he doesn't want me there. See, when he's doing the whole programme, I'm sitting in the cafe talking to the girls. What he doesn't realise is that he's getting paid the same as me. And I'm in the cafe talking to the girls and he's out talking to Wayne's about singing.
And the other item is, did you get the cheque I sent you up for the children in need?
We did indeed, thank you. Did you receive a receipt for that?
No.
Well, you should get one very shortly.
That's not a problem. So long as you got it, that's the main thing.
No. All the checks are being receipted, and one or two maybe haven't got the receipts.
It wasn't a lot, but like the Tesco's advert, every little helps, doesn't it?
No, the widow's mite.
Yeah.
Widow's mite, but married women definitely do. That's my new joke. Did you get my new joke?
No.
Widow's mite, but married women definitely do.
See that little bit of programme you done earlier on there, that funny poetry you done thing about yourselves and your colleagues?
Yes.
That was brilliant. I like that.
It's funny that.
I have a little bit. Can I do it for you now and sing for you as well?
Go ahead. Don't push yourself forward now. No matter what you do. Go ahead.
Well, you see, in my circumstances, I've got to strike while the iron's hot.
I understand.
Because one little factor, if you don't, you lose out. And I should know because my grandmother was a blacksmith. And there you are.
Well, that explains
it. Right,
everything.
here we go. Here's the poetry bit first.
Okay.
Here comes I, wee Jimmy Funny. I'm the man that collects the money. All silver, no brass. Scrap havens won't pass. Get up, old woman, and shake your feathers. Don't think we're blethers. We're the boys will show you fun. Give us a bit of your toast and bun. Toast and bun, a slice of cheese, a glass of whiskey, if you please. If you're going to give us any, give it soon, and let us away with the light of the moon.
Well, it's different.
It's different, isn't it?
Yes. Carry on.
That's it, finished.
Oh, sorry, I thought there was more. You're going to sing now, are you?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay, can I say who this is for?
You can, of course.
It's for the girls at Tesco's who look after me when I go in on a Thursday because I'm partially sighted and you have to get somebody to assist me round. And the staff down there do a brilliant job. Okay. And I want to thank them. And this is a wee song for them.
Carry on.
When I was young, I used to wait and pass my master round his plate and give him a drink when he got dry and brush away the blue-tailed fly. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. The master's gone away. And when he'd ride in the afternoon, I'd follow after with a hickory broom. The pony being like to shy when bitten by the blue-tailed fly. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. The master's gone away. The pony run, he jumped, he pitched. He threw my master in the ditch. He died and the jury wondered why. The verdict was the blue-tailed fly. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. The master's gone away.
Thank you very much.
Like that.
God bless you, my son.
Thank you very much.
May you go in peace.
One item before you go, the program about the dogs.
Yes.
What's in that? What's involved in that?
Dogs. Okay.
Just only dogs. I've got one as well, Jerry. I've got a lovely black and white border collie, 4 years old, called Shadow. He's a little gem.
He is your shadow.
Yep. Thank you very much for letting me on your program again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
And if I don't win the lottery this weekend, I hope you do. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. That's nearly all we have time for. It's coming up to 3 minutes to 11 o'clock. No, 12 o'clock. Here's one of Chip Taylor's songs, and then I'll shut up about him.
Not if my love can bind your heart. There's no need to take a stand, for it was I who chose to start. I see no need to take me home. Face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away from me. And it won't matter anyhow. If morning's echo says we've sinned, well, it was what I wanted now. And if we're victims of the night, by the light. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away. I won't beg you to stay
That's Juice Newton. That's a song called Angel in the Morning, written by Chip Taylor. That's about all we have time for today. Oh dear. We'll be back on Monday at 10:30 if God spares us, and I can't think of one single reason why he wouldn't. If you want to write to me, write to Gerry Anderson, care of BBC Radio Foyle, Derry Stoke London, Derry. If you want to send us an email, it's open all the time, gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. Until then, have a nice weekend and be careful because of the fire risk. Goodbye.